Hey guys, Mrhappy here, and welcome to my fitness patch. This is the 4th week we're going to be doing it. It's crazy to think it's already been 4 weeks. I've been back exercising, working on what I eat, and everything. We're going to be going over a new topic this week, as well as covering last week's topic, and there are a few things that I do want to say about the series as a whole, and I'll actually lead up with that. Now, right before I started this video, I was looking at my old videos, watching to see what kind of patterns, what kind of things people were saying, comments, and I couldn't help but notice that last week's fitness patch number 3, No Excuse Not to Exercise, has significantly less viewership than the week before it, and I'm worried that people are already kind of falling off the train. Keep in mind that that is the day Destiny came out, so there is a possibility that that has some sort of influence to it, and that was actually the whole reason why I did last week's was No Excuse Not to Exercise, was because I am somebody who does that very often. New game comes out, I'm like, I can put it to the wayside for a little bit, and then you kind of just fall out of the habit altogether. That's really how it begins, and I'm hoping that with this video coming out that people will go back and watch that video and at least listen to the point that I was trying to make. If viewership keeps decreasing on these things and people just start falling off the train, then it's going to be harder and harder to keep people motivated, because you see all the people around you just slowly starting to become less and less motivated about a topic, and I'm hoping that that doesn't happen, because guys, I'm here for you. That's what these videos are for. They're here for me, they're here for you. It's so we can motivate each other to keep going and to not let our health fall to the wayside. It's only been a month. Come on, guys. We can make it longer than this. I know we can make it longer than this. So, last week's achievement was to not ignore an exercise to play video games. And on Wednesday, I did manage to do that. I had Destiny right here, got up and went to the gym right away. You could have done any exercise, didn't matter. For the rest of the week, though, I will say I didn't get as much physical activity as I wanted to. I actually, instead of just having set days to go to the gym, made sure that I got some physical activity, if anything, for 20-30 minutes a day, whether it be go outside, walk, do something along those lines, maybe do a quick jog. I didn't go to the gym, but I made sure that I was physically active, was going out, taking care of my own business, and not just sitting in a chair all day. Now, having said that, I didn't feel fully achieved because I didn't fully go to the gym, which is my thing. Go to the gym every other day. Even if I did get some physical activity, it definitely wasn't to the caliber of the physical activity that I really wanted to get out of it. So even though it all adds up to about the same, I'm going to say that I still have that achievement to work on, because Wednesday I definitely achieved it, but for the rest of the week I definitely could have done better. And that's the thing. If you recognize an issue, you got to tackle it head on. Now, for this week, I know, before I go on, hopefully you guys, same thing, were able to achieve this goal. Definitely a tough achievement when it comes to gamers, especially when a brand new game just came out. Now, obviously, if you weren't into Destiny, it was probably a little bit easier for you. But for someone like me, someone who loves to sit down and just completely demolish a game until I'm sick of it, it's actually pretty difficult for people like me. Now, for this week, it's something that somebody mentioned that I should really talk about, and I was kind of hesitant to talk about it, even though I know it's a big topic, and that's eating patterns. I don't want to say dieting, even though, that's what most people are going to say. I like to prefer calling it eating patterns, because when people hear diet, the word diet to a lot of people, it's more of a negative stigma. Like, even though it's literally a diet is just, set things, what you eat. Your diet is what you eat. That is what your diet is. When people associate diet with eating healthy and losing weight and things like that. Now, I'm actually not a proponent of just giving up foods outright. I think it's a thing. I don't like it. Mentally, it's draining, because you're going to have urges, you're going to have things that you want to take care of. And on top of that, the harder you try and keep things out of your diet, if you fall off, odds are you're going to fall off pretty friggin' hard, which is why I never like all those things. I actually like things that still let you eat whatever you want to eat. I'm a big fan of things like that, because you know what? I'm an eater. Like, I like eating. It's a big thing for me, and I'm sure someone's going to be like, yeah, we noticed. But it's something that I was growing up, I was growing up in a classic Italian household, big meals all the time. I cook smaller for myself, but whenever family cooks, huge meals, tons of food, you got to try everything. That's the kind of household I grew up in, and you know what? 23, 24 years of that will really kind of have a sort of an effect on the way that you look at your meals and what's enough and what's not enough. But I have been trying to do something that is a little bit different. Instead of directly cutting foods out, like I love mashed potatoes, one of my favorite foods. I love chicken, I love steaks, I like burgers, I like turkey burgers actually. I kind of gave up beef burgers, but I still like steaks. There's really no good reason for that. I just don't like them as much anymore. And one big thing, Snacking. Snacking is something I'm super, super guilty of. My family does nothing but buy snacks. Instead of fruits, they'll buy combos and chips and ice creams and things like that. And that's something in my household that I've always, always hated, which is why I want to get out of this place a little bit, you know, because if I won't buy those things, I don't buy those things. But my family buys them, and to be honest, I have a hard time resisting them. I used to be able to eat a whole bag of chips in like one sitting. I don't do that anymore, thankfully. I can sit with just a serving or two. But it is a big thing that I have trouble with. You know, I really like a lot of foods. So instead of talking about, oh, we got to cut these foods out of our diet, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't do that, it makes things harder, in my opinion. The biggest thing that we're going to talk about is portion control. That's the word I was looking for. I kept thinking of another word. I don't know what it was. Portion control. That is something that I've been working on myself. It's okay if you eat the foods that you like, in my opinion, but you can't eat like if you have a 6-ounce steak and your friend next to you has a 12-ounce steak and he'll meet that, you should be okay with your 6-ounce steak. You know, that's what you got, that's what you're eating. 6-ounce steak, a serving of mashed potatoes, a serving of vegetables. That's like, to me, a balanced meal. It all fits on one plate. You don't need 2 plates and a bowl in order to get your meal out onto you. Things like buffets and all you can eat. Like even last time I've been to all you can eat sushi, I've been trying to cut it back exactly to what I eat. Have a soup, have a salad, have some sushi, and then be done. You know, just a regular meal. And that's really the biggest thing, because you can eat so many people will try and tell you you need to eat these things, and depending on your metabolism or any sort of health conditions you may have, yeah, there are some occasions where you can't get away from that. But if you can eat a controlled amount of food, you'll see better results. Just make sure you're getting proper nutrients. Make sure it's nutrient dense food. If you're just sitting around, like if I were to sit here all day and just eat chips, you know, there's no health in that. Oh, maybe I only have less chips, but my body's not getting any nourishment. So that's really what our goal is going to be for the week. Is we're still going to eat the things we want. We're going to try to eat more balanced meals. Still eat whatever you want. If you like steak, eat steak. If you like potatoes, eat potatoes. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you to stop eating those things, because I hate that. But, you know, try and add a green to that. You know, don't just have the mashed potatoes and the steak. Add something a little bit extra. Yeah, it's more food, but it's a little bit more nutrient dense. And if you're somebody who eats giant meals, cut back on the portions a little bit. That's something that I've actually been doing this last week while I've been sort of not going to the gym, but just getting my general exercise. I've taken this time to work on my portion control. Get breakfast in, get lunch, get dinner. Maybe have a little bit of a snack. You know, I'm not gonna cut those out entirely. I just don't like cutting things out. I don't think it's good for your mental state. So that's gonna be our thing for the week, is just try to keep the portion control, you know, under wraps, and try to add a little bit more nutrient dense food into your meals. One thing I love, sweet potatoes. A lot of people don't like sweet potatoes. That's no problem. You know what? I like omelets. Whole egg omelets, because the yolk is nutrient dense. I like things like that. So things like that can definitely add up. We're trying to stay healthy here. We're not trying to look like Shaun T on the insanity thing. We're just trying to get healthier, okay? I know this is a fitness patch, but this is really important too, to living a healthier life. So hopefully this helps keep you encouraged. I'm hoping to see the numbers go back up. I'm hoping to see fitness patch number 3 not, you know, stay at where it is. I was really disappointed with a 50% fall off between number 2 and number 3. It lets me know that people aren't as motivated already within a 1-week period. Maybe I need to make them more often. I don't know. But if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.